Yo, what is up, guys? Behan 412 here. Now, anyways, today is the next Q&A that I promised you guys that I'd be answering all of your questions. We got all 6 questions here with me today. But right now, as it is, we have been through a lot as of late, and I know you guys are wondering, Cole, why did you delete your last shout-out video yesterday? Well, I'm going to get to that later on. No, I'm not qualified to talk about it, but someone else is. Which is why Cole412 himself will talk about this later on today, after our Q&A. After I answer everyone's questions here today. Meaning right after this video. So right now, guys, let's get to your questions. Alrighty then, let's get to the first question. This one comes from Mac Attack, one of my greatest subscribers, and also the TNW All-Stars Internet Champion. Now he asks, would you marry Paige, not be able to wrestle, meaning like would I not be able to wrestle, or date Paige and not be able to drink root beer? Well, for Mac Attack, that's a very good question, because if I were able to marry Paige, sorry I had to say that, but basically, the idea is if I were able to do that, but I may be able to wrestle still if she would let me first. But if I was able to have a date with Paige, I don't know, if she doesn't like root beer, I'll probably have maybe a Sprite or probably a glass of water. Or maybe so, but that is if she likes root beer. I don't know about that. So anyways, right now, let's get to the next question. This next question comes from Red Static, who is a huge gamer on my channel. And he did a lot of great gaming videos. And he asks, on your wrestling videos, like yesterday, which was the Hardcore Wrestling Federation, is that the TV talking, or your system, or is it you talking for a voiceover? Well, Restatic, that's a very good question, my friend, because I'm usually just trying to make a show where it's like you're in the video game world, and yet it's obviously because the Hardcore Wrestling Federation and Tuesday Night War has been one of the greatest shows I've ever created, because Tuesday Night War came into existence of 2012, but the real answer to that is it's obviously me trying to commentate on the show. But if you mean by voiceover, I think you mean commentating, if that's what you mean. That's just me commentating on the show, because the show needs commentary, because every wrestling show needs commentary once in a while, because it's how you call a match down the middle and what's supposed to happen, you know? But it's what I do. I mean, I love to commentate. I know every history and every background that has ever begun in the history of this business. But right now, though, folks, let's get to the next question. This next question comes from Grimm's Toy Show fan. Eat it, yeah. Well, we got a Grimm's Toy Show fan who is also one of the greatest subscribers of all time, and yet very supportive. And he asks, do you have a GF? I think I know what he means, a girlfriend. To be honest, this is his first question. He's got 2 of them for me, but GF means girlfriend. Well, that's a very good question. I used to have 2 girlfriends back in the day when I was living in Chicago. But basically, it's going to sound rude at first, but I kind of, like, my first girlfriend found someone else, and she dumped me. And my second girlfriend, yeah, she was very busy back in the day of Chicago, but I had no choice to dump her that day because, well, it was Valentine's Day, and I have my own tradition of celebrating Valentine's Day. Right now, his second question is, how long have you been a fan of WWE and GTS? Well, for that second question, this one's a really great answer this one's a really great question to answer. Now then, I became a WWE fan ever since I was a wee bit kid, but it was at that time when Eddie Guerrero was there at the time before he was still around, where if I remember correctly, I was just a kid back then when I was watching SmackDown's highlights for the first time when Eddie Guerrero got pushed down by the Big Show along with Chavo, his nephew. And Eddie had a plan where, like I mentioned this in my backstory of how I began YouTube, yet it was a pretty funny moment where Eddie Guerrero's cousin came in and he was like looking for the Big Show and he was like, "Senor Guerrero, oh Eddie, I got a delivery for you." And he kept walking into the locker room and the Big Show was like, "Get out." But then at first, yet it's all over YouTube as it is, and it was actually a great moment ever since I was just a kid because this actually aired on TV at the time when I saw it when I was a kid. It was a great moment. And now, the answer to the GTS part, that's another question. I've been a GTS fan for ever since I first saw GTS on YouTube. When Grimm was figure hunting, actually not Grimm, but it was, let's just say Ebenezer Middlesdorf was figure hunting. As he began his figure hunting at the time, that was until he ran into Doo-Hop for the first time. And he smacked the action figure right up his face. And then Doo-Hop with the right hand, and then the chase was on. That was the first time they ever met. But my favorite all-time funny moment was where Grimm was continuing to pursue Doo-Hop, or should I say, Grimm's uncle, Uncle Ebenezer, began hunting down Doo-Hop where he lived. And when he found out where he lived, he found some of his action figures, but that was until Doo-Hop said, "Roscoe, get him!" And then his dog Roscoe attacked him, and that was where he attacked Uncle Ebenezer, but and I heard Doo-Hop screaming, "Go get him, boy, get him!" And then he was screaming, "Oh, get him off of me! Get him off of me!" It was actually pretty funny. Like, he crawled right on all fours into a cage. Now, I just hope all the GTS fans can forgive me. I think I'm going to sound like Doo-Hop where he made the message to Ebenezer where he was like, "You come in me house, and you break my picture of Alex. Oh, you think he's my boyfriend? Would you like to meet him? I'm going to call the police on you. Get him, Roscoe." And that was actually pretty funny where the dog continuing to bark right at him. And then he was like, "Get out of here." That was actually how long I became a GTS fan when I first found GTS. It was way back ever since 2016 at the time. At that time when it was during that time of the MJ Appleballs situation where I did my promo on him ever since. Now anyways, let's get to the next question. This next question comes from Joker Gotham Clown, who is another subscriber of Mac Attack, and he asks, "Can you ask Mac Attack that can I join his show on WWE 2K17? Now, Joker Gotham Clown, that's a very good question. I'll see what I can do if he can create your character and put you on the next MS show, because, and speaking of MS, I got a little surprise this July after TNW War at the movies, because some superstars are coming in from MS, and yet you saw some of them like Samoa Joe, and even actually it was Samoa Joe that came in from MS at the time, and yet we all know Mac Attack is from MS. He's been around ever since, and he's the TNW All-Stars Internet Champion. But anyways, Joker Gotham Clown, I'll see what I can do if Mac Attack can put you on his next show of MS on WWE 2K17. I'll see what I can do. But right now, let's get to the next question. This next question comes from one of Mac Attack's subscribers that I'm pointing out right here, because problem is, it's hard to pronounce his name, and he asks me, "What's your favorite color?" And well, that's a very good question, because mostly my favorite color is one thing: gold. Because of all the championship gold you see behind you, and more importantly, the gold medals I've won in Special Olympics. I've won the gold medal 4 times, and yet gold became my favorite color ever since. Because, well, that was at the time, though, when I was watching the WWE, because gold happens to be my favorite color because it's shiny. That's my favorite color because gold is shiny. So anyways, right now, let's get to the final question. This final question comes from KTV Productions, one of the other subscribers on my channel, plus one of my other friends who is also known as Caden, who is obviously trying to make great videos as it is. Well, he's probably making Stevie versus the Wild as it is, because that'd be awesome to see on the next 412 movie. And he asks, if your 412 movies weren't revealed around the characters you have now, who would be the main character? Well, that's a very good question. I honestly don't know who would be that main character on my next 412 movie. Because, well, the main character is that I don't know who it is, but it would have to be either Bowser Jr. or Ash Ketchum. But I don't know who it would be. But, guys, if you think who should be my main character, let me know in the comment area below. Or if you guys want to see if you guys want to vote on who the main character should be in my next 412, on who that main character should be of my 412 movies, let me know in the comment area below. So anyways, I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and
Hey Cole, we're not done here yet!
That sounds like 412. I better take you to him right now, because he's going to tell you something before we end this video of Q&A. Cold 412 here, and I already know that I want to apologize for 412 for interrupting him before he ended the video today, but right now though, it's time I show you on what 412 is talking about, what he told you earlier before he started answering Q&A. So right now, to be honest though, earlier yesterday, the reason why the shoutouts video was removed yesterday, because some guy on YouTube, that same copycat that Brian Ortiz has already revealed earlier, so let me show you who this copycat is. He says that this guy is copying his channel because, as you can see right here, this is Roblox and Clash Gamer, because this is Brian Ortiz's channel, and someone copied him. And to be honest, this is the real Roblox and Clash Gamer. This is Brian Ortiz, who has obviously been through a lot from this guy, whoever he is copying him. And whoever he is, he's a copycat, and who is obviously stealing his profile picture and trying to make it look like him. And anyways, whoever you are, you need to stop right now, because this is a sign of bullying, of cyberbullying. And whoever you are, you may have showed a sign of disrespect on my channel yesterday. But however, if you ever come near this channel again, or anyone else's, we will report you and put a stop to you once and for all. Now anyways, if any one of you have ever been bullied by him or anyone else, please let me know in the comments, and you might get a free t-shirt from Cole 412, and I think that Cole Behan is going to show you on what t-shirt he plans on giving away. And no, it's not the trademark 412 t-shirt. And why don't Cole Behan show you what it is right now? Thanks 412, I appreciate that. Now then, on the other hand, like 412 personally announced, I think it's time that I show you what I plan to be giving away if any of you have ever been bullied. Now then, I have been bullied a lot in my time back when I was in school, but cyberbullying on YouTube is where we all draw the line. And I think it's time for me to reveal to you on what t-shirt Cole 412 was talking about that I plan on giving away. Now then, this is the official Help Stop the Bullying t-shirt. And now guys, if any of you guys have ever been bullied in your life, let me know in the comment area below, and you might get yourself a free t-shirt that says Help Stop the Bullying. because this t-shirt right here really helps supports everyone around the world and for everyone else. And if any of you guys have ever been bullied, let me know. So anyways, thank you so much for watching, you guys. Be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe for more. And be sure, I was about to say, and if you guys want to send me fan mail, look me up on Messenger. If you guys have Facebook Messenger, look me up at Behan. If you guys have Google Hangouts, look me up at Behan if you guys want to send me fan mail. And we can sort everything out from there. And plus, I want to thank you guys so much for watching. And be sure to tell DG, Grimm's Toy Show, and my friends, Mac Attack, Caden, Chris Bay, I said, what's up?